If you've played Diablo 2 for any amount of time, there's a good chance that you have heard about something called Median XL. But what exactly is Median XL, you might be thinking? Well, today, I want to talk about that. Alright, Median XL, what is it? It's an overhaul mod for Diablo 2 Classic, which also means the Lord of Destruction expansion 2, because you can't play Median XL without it. So, sorry to all of you who bought Diablo 2 Resurrected and thought that you could play Median XL. That's not going to work. You're going to have to buy the classic editions of Diablo 2 and the expansion Lord of Destruction. But that's fine! If you do that, you're going to be in for a whale of a time, honestly. Now, I'll go back to what I said earlier. If you're like me and you've played Diablo 2 for most of your life, chances are you've run through the game a few times and you're kind of like, it's a great game, but I'd like something different. Well, you've come to the right place. Median XL is going to offer you that different experience. With tons of new areas, tons of new skills for the classes, and lots of quality of life improvements, you are going to be well on your way to having a brand new, well-ish, adventure. Now, keeping what I just said in mind, I want to start going over some of the quality of life features with you, as well as some of the other features that folks over at Median XL have so diligently put together over a number of years. So, without further ado, let's just jump right in. Okay, starting off, we're going to talk about some quality of life features. When you first jump into Median XL, you are going to notice a few things. When you open your inventory is flipping massive. When you open your stash is flipping massive. When you open your inventory again, you're going to see you have the Herodric Cube already. Amazing! That's exciting, actually, because you get a ton more space inside the Herodric Cube, which is kind of unreal. And I'm really glad that you have it right at the beginning of the game. It's kind of lovely, actually. So, stash upgrades, storage upgrades on your person. It's really nice. Second, you're going to notice that the rogue encampment is a little bit different and you actually have your own house. So, the tent you spawn next to is that's your place. That's your crib, brother. And you're going to get to go in there and that's where your stash is. Well, just down the street to the left, you've got the training grounds. That's a place where you can go and test out different builds of, skills and stuff like that. And you can see how much damage you're doing all at once with your weapons and spells combined. So that's pretty hype. Now let's talk about what happens when you leave the rogue encampment. Okay, here's another quality of life improvement that's going to bless your life as you play Median XL. Automatic gold pickups, baby. Let's go. No more clicking on gold individually to put it in your inventory. You can just kind of walk over the top of it and pick it up. Ooh, another good one is when you die, right? You're out killing monsters and you die. You don't drop a corpse like you used to in the original Diablo 2 games because, well, frankly, it was kind of AIDS, and no other game after that did that at all. So, basically, when you die, your weapons, your armor that you're actively holding, and your gold stays with you. So you don't lose gold, and you don't drop your tools. Great feature. Love that. Another thing you'll notice, just by purely opening the game, you'll see there's a brand new GUI layout. It's been kind of refreshed and modernized a bit. And you've also got an increased resolution for the game. So that means instead of playing it in 640 by whatever p, I think it's 640 by 480p? I'll put the number on the screen here. But yeah, instead of playing in that resolution, you can actually play on a monitor that supports 2160p. So there you go. And I think you'll enjoy that a lot because, honestly, every time I try to boot up Diablo 2 on my brand new computer, oh, she doesn't look too good. It's playing in a size of a quarter. Yeah, that's about how big the game is. Like 4 pixels. Anyways, so it's kind of stinky when you're playing the old versions of Diablo 2. So you get that resolution upgrade so you can have a good time on your new machine. On top of that, using the Median XL launcher, right before you even go into Median XL, you can click on the little gear next to the play button, and you can check something called Glide. Glide is a great little rendering system for Median XL because it smooths everything out, so you feel like you're getting a full-on 60 FPS experience in Diablo 2. And that's something that you don't get with base Diablo 2 or Lord of Destruction, so that's really nice. I had a great time with that. Okay, so now let's get into some other features, right? Monsters. Holy cats. You're going to be encountering some wild monsters as you go throughout the world of Diablo 2 Median XL edition. Basically, there's been a whole bunch of custom monsters added. So instead of walking out of the rogue encampment into the Blood Moor and punching a fallen straight in the face and slapping a zombie until he splits in two, you're going to be experiencing that and wolves and assassins and all sorts of other monsters that will make you maybe run in fear. I know they did for me a couple of times because I wasn't expecting it, and then I got good, and then I expected it every time, so yeah, pretty good. Oh, what about Leoric, Skeleton King? Yeah, he's there too. You can just punch him in the noggin. That's pretty awesome. And all of that happens in Act 1. Dude, that plus a whole bunch of other really cool things that I don't really want to spoil for you. And plus, if I went over every single thing, then there would literally be nothing left for you to enjoy. So I'm not going to ruin the whole Median XL experience for you. Just notice that you're going to find lots of powerful creatures throughout your experience, and it's going to be a lot of fun. On a slightly less important note, and something I failed to mention earlier, by way of quality of life improvements, you have a ton of new hotkeys. I will let you guys go into the menu and figure all those out for yourselves, because if I went through and pointed to every key on the keyboard and told you exactly what it did, you'd probably want to die. Okay, so those are just some of the little things that you're just going to immediately experience when you enter the world of Median XL. Now let's talk about some things that happen later. New areas, baby. Let's go! And accompanying quests as well. So first let's talk about the areas. And I'm not going to go too much into detail on the quests that are part of these areas. Some of them, I should say. So we'll start off with, there is now Heaven. You can visit Heaven in Diablo 2. You can also visit Chaldeum. You can also visit the Realms of Hell and the fallen cities of Duncraig, Vizjun, and Toraja. Yeah, some deep lore. All of the areas, I'll have you know, that were added, because I think there was like 50 new areas-ish to... I'll flash that number on the screen as well. All of this information you can find on the actual Median XL website, so I'll link all that in the description. Oh, I should also mention, one of the areas that was added to the game actually has a pretty interesting quest line attached to it as well. The area is the Worldstone Chamber. The quest line, well, I'm not going to tell you, because I thought it was kind of sick. And I don't want to spoil it for you, because that would not be cool of me. But if you want to see the spoiler, just go over to the Median XL website, and it's right there on the front page for you. So, yeah, do that if you feel like it. If you're one of those people that hate surprises, do that. All right? But I didn't tell you to do that. I said no. You just download Median XL and you play. Okay? And then tell me how you feel about it. Another thing that they have added that I'm just going to sort of umbrella and lump together. Again, I'm leaving a lot of this so that way you can explore it on your own, because I don't want to steal your fun. And you just need to have fun, okay? So basically the next thing that they've added is they have added a bunch of new skills to all of the different classes that exist within Median XL. It is lovely. I've been running the Druid lately, and the first skill that I unlocked I am finding to be very, very nice, and I have not yet found a proper reason to upgrade from it. Maybe that's just poor play habits, but man, baby, dude, I dumped so many points into this one skill just to kind of max it out and see what it could do, and it was amazing. It was the fire skill. I'm blanking on what it's called. Maybe I'll try to remember to put the name up on the screen here. So anyways, know that that move is very neat, and you will thoroughly enjoy it if you're playing the Druid. I haven't touched any of the other characters yet. I know what they do in the base games, but I don't know what they do in Median XL, so I've got at least a half a dozen characters to mess with and figure out all their different skills. So that's going to be pretty hype. I'm excited. Yeah, overhaul your Diablo 2 experience, brother. Do it! If you don't, you're missing out, kid. So again, when it comes to playing the actual game, you're going to notice that the monsters are indeed a bit harder. The fallen character, the little fallens, the little red guys, they don't really die in one hit. Well, I'm playing the Druids, so I'm going to have to... No. I think even with the Druid in the base game, you just punch the Fallen and then they're just dead. So yeah, no, everything's pretty much had a health boost right in the beginning. So monsters are going to just inherently be a little bit tougher to beat than they would be when playing the base vanilla version of Diablo or the expansion of Diablo 2. So that's pretty cool. It adds a whole nother level to the challenge factor of Median XL, and again, like I said, it's pretty awesome. Now then, we've talked a lot about the different features. It's been a little scattered, I won't lie, but that's just because there's so much to Median XL that if I wasn't scattered, this would be a better video. Now what's cool as well is, if you heard about Median XL a long time ago, you'll be happy to know that Median XL is still updated even into 2026 and beyond. There are no active plans that I have read about of Median XL stopping anytime soon. So that's really cool. So when you hop into Median XL, just be prepared to have new things added and continual support for a long time. So that'll be pretty awesome. I think you are going to have a great time with Median XL. If you love Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction, you're going to like Median XL. It's a different way to play Diablo 2. It's got the same familiar story and characters with some great additions as well. And so I would highly recommend you go check it out. You can download it using the link I've provided in the description. As well, installation is very easy. You just have to make sure that Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction are installed on your computer first, then the Median XL launcher that you'll download from the link in the description below, that'll take care of everything else. And so just follow the prompts for your individual machines and you'll be good to go. Mac users, I'm sorry, it still doesn't work for you yet. Well, if it does, it's extremely unstable. If you do figure out how to get Median XL working on a Mac, then please share that with the community, because it is stated that they would love to know how you did it. And so I know you guys have some of those genius brains out there, so I know you'll figure it out, and I'm proud of you. If you do, know that someone out there's proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Okay? Got you. I got you. So, with that being said, Median XL, it's wild, go play it.